having a bit. I know the concept. I know the concept which we have discussed on all the things in the lecture so far, but sometimes I feel a bit disappointed with my performance during the mock exams which I've shared. So it's almost a 50-50 for now. I have just completed two tests, and I was basically throughout the day in my office, on and off. I was looking into the root cause analysis and realizing what went, how I didn't, answer those things, few things incorrectly.
Hmm. Okay.
I just wanted to stakeholders, and if you can briefly tell us that there are two artifacts in the stakeholder, something like that, like risk register, stakeholder register,
First of all,
and then
Kamal,
stakeholder
did you
engagement,
make the mind
something like.
maps? Did you make your individual mind maps for the topics? And did you watch the 3 minutes video? That is the first question.
Uh, yes, I did watch the 3 minutes video, but not didn't make mind map
Please
that much.
first make the mind map, and
Yeah.
don't be hard on you regarding the scores and the few topics. Okay, as you move
Yeah.
forward, slowly with the root cause analysis, your score will be improved. Okay, your
Okay.
score will be improved. That is the reason why do we do root cause analysis. You don't have to be disappointed with the score. This is just the beginning of the this way. You see, I have been saying, I will keep saying, change is hard, beginning messy in the middle, and beautiful in the end. So we are more in the initial phase of the change, so don't worry about it. Will
Yeah.
slowly improve. Do the root cause
Yeah.
analysis, work into it, move forward, and you will get this thing done. Don't worry about it. I am with you. We have three documents, three things in stakeholder topic. The question you ask, stakeholder register that we make in initiation. It has all the stakeholders. We prioritize the stakeholder in it with the power and trust. So in stakeholder register, we have who are the important stakeholder. At any time we want to add any new stakeholder, they will come into the project. Okay. We don't have to raise any change request to add stakeholder into it. This is a very important concept. We don't need any change request to put stakeholder into it. Okay, this is important thing. Second thing, stakeholder engagement plan. That's a plan. Okay, that's a plan that we look into that. Okay, that's a plan we need to look into that. It has a matrix in it, stakeholder engagement matrix, which shows the current engagement level of the stakeholder and what do you desire according to the project requirement. Okay, what is the current engagement level of the stakeholder and what do we need at that time. Okay, the third thing we have in stakeholder, like the stakeholder plan itself has stakeholder engagement matrix. Okay, the stakeholder engagement matrix is the part of the stakeholder engagement plan. So if you want to update stakeholder engagement matrix or plan, you need to request. I hope, Kamal, that answered your question. I see many people has asked question. Vasik, I'll come to you. I'll come to you in a while. Fawad, your question. First thing first, let me just share what is a root cause analysis and how to do that root cause analysis. Whenever you solve the question, whenever you share your score, you will immediately get a message from me, and the message will be RCA, which means root cause analysis, or what I also called as lesson learned. Okay, root cause analysis are also known as lesson learned. Okay, so basically, what I am saying there is that I need your Excel file with the lesson learned in it. What did you learn from this pattern topic? What did you master from this topic? And how I can improve it? Why it is important? What is the purpose of that? Guys, you can read all the books in the world. You can solve all the questions in the world. But unless you don't do root cause analysis, unless you don't identify where you are making mistake, you are bound to make same mistake again and again. First thing. Second thing, when you make a lesson and register after doing root cause analysis on Excel file, what happen? You keep on getting your database. Okay, you keep on getting your database. It is improving. And now you have a database where after doing the root cause analysis of 2-3 topics, you can look into that, okay, where I am making mistake again and again. Is it the plans? Is it the documents? Is it the situational question? So that is such a beautiful asset that like 1200 plus PMPs which we have in last 3 years, every single one of them. In the beginning, all of them said root cause is taking too much time. Okay, root cause is taking too much time. But as they move forward, everyone said the one thing. Root cause was the only thing. Root cause was the only thing which helped me to clear the exam. Okay, this is the only thing that helped me to clear the exam. So this is a very important concept that we need to master, that root cause analysis is the most important. There are only two things which I say, if you do in your PMP exam, in the PMP preparation, there is nothing that can stop you getting PMP in next 4 to 6 weeks if you have just even started your preparation. First thing, once you are solving the question answer to the root cause analysis, that is the first thing. Second thing, consistency. Consistency. I had students, they are very near to the PMP exam, then they have to travel, then they have to do XYZ things, whatever. Because of 1 week, 2 week, they leave their preparation time. Okay, they leave their preparation and they are moved back. Okay, so this is a very important thing. Even if you have extremely busy thing, even for 10 minutes, even for 20 minutes, keep moving forward. Don't leave the entire PMP at all. Okay, I highly recommend that you keep moving forward. Don't take break for the PMP. This is very, very critical. Okay, being said that, let's focus on how to do root cause analysis of question answers. What to do that? I'll take one question and then I will get the root cause analysis for that. What we need to look into that. Okay. Or if I even take the question that he has put that, please share Excel file. Okay. But this question he has put it into there. Okay. So this question is from stakeholder topic. So maybe we can use this question. Okay. Okay, Ji. So this is a question, for example, it also has an answer there. Midway through the project manager identified new stakeholder. Each of the new stakeholder plays a different role. What should the project manager do first? Acha, whenever we are solving any question answers in PMP, I highly request you that you follow my 7-step formula. What does my 7-step formula says? 7-step formula basically says that you follow a sequence, a procedure of solving question answers. I'll show you. I'll send you this booklet. Okay, I'll send you this booklet. Please use this booklet. Okay, everyone, please mute yourself. I have made a lot of people co-host. Okay, please mute other people. Acha. So how do we solve the question answer? Let's follow the 7-step formula. Okay, I will send this booklet to you. Okay, so the first thing of the 7-step formula says that read the question slowly. Now, most of the time you will say, if I read question slowly, I will take more time. How many of you think that? How many of you think that if I read slowly, I will take more time, right? We feel that way. Actually, it's the opposite. When you read slowly, you are able to understand what is being asked in that question. Okay? What is being asked in the question. If you don't read slowly, what actually happens? You read the question, you reread the question, you keep going there 2-3 times, and then you get panic in your exam. When you read slowly, you get to understand things. Okay? You get to work with the things. You get to master those things. This is very important. Step number 1 is read the question slowly. Very critical step. Read the question slowly. Now, this is a habit. You need to build this a habit because we have a habit of reading the question fast. As you move forward, you will be able to get this thing. done. You will be able to articulate it in a better way. You will be able to do this in the best
Oh, this is the
possible.
entitlement. So you need scoping on this. Okay,
Please mute
could
yourself.
you specify this in an
Guys,
email
please
so we
mute.
can have better
Somebody's
knowledge,
unmute.
a better
Please
understanding?
mute yourself.
I
Who
need
is
to
unmute?
understand exactly where you are. So could you add this into an email form?
Matthew, mute yourself, man. Okay. So yeah, when we are talking about this, this is a very important thing that we need to understand. That is slow down. Clear? That is the first thing that we need to do. Slow down. Now let's go to the second thing. Read the last line first. It's a very important thing that we read the last line first. The question we are having here, what should the project manager do first? Now, this is a very important thing. What you should do first, what you should have done to avoid this, what is the best thing that changes the entire question. Okay, what should you do first, what is the best thing to do, how you could have avoided it. Most of the time you will get it from the last line. Now it is also possible last line does not give you anything. This is also possible. Okay, don't count on it that all the time the last line will give you something. It is also possible that last line does not give you anything. Okay, last line does not give you something. That is also possible, but more than often it will give you. So make this habit. Read the last line first, then go to the question, and then elimination technique. Make sense to this thing? Last line. Now next step is kind of a very important step. Slow down. Step number 2, read the last line first. Let's go to the step number 3. Okay, identify the keywords. Identify the keywords in the question. What are the keywords in this question? Okay, so if we take this question, midway through the project, identify new stakeholder. Okay, each of these new stakeholder plays a different role in the project. Okay, what should the project manager do first? Now, what is the first thing that we need to do here? Okay, what is the first thing? What is the first step we should do when a new stakeholder is identified? When a new stakeholder is identified, step number 1 is put it into the stakeholder register. Okay, step number 1 is to do the put in the stakeholder register. Okay, now this is an important thing that even without going to the option, you know what your answer is. Okay, you know what your answer is. So we need to look into that. You need to look into that. Okay, so this is an important thing. Okay, this is an important thing, that how we do and how we worked into that way. Clear? That's an important thing, that we need to know the sequence of that. That's why I ask you to make mind maps. This is the key. You will know what comes first, what comes second, what comes third. Now, for all those people who have made the mind map, they know that when a stakeholder is identified, it goes into stakeholder register. This is clear? Now, the next thing of the group says that identify the process group. Are you in initiation stage? Are you in planning stage? Are you in execution stage? Are you in monitoring and control? Or are you in closing? We discuss it multiple times. What happens in initiation? Only 3 things: project charter, assumption log, stakeholder register. Okay, planning, how. Execution, we are working something. Monitoring and control, we are doing variance analysis. Closing, the question will say that project has completed, or you are writing final report, things like that. Okay, now this is an important thing to identify where you are. Sometimes the question will give you directly where we are. Sometimes the question will not give. So here, interestingly, the question says that midway through the project, it is not initiation, it is not planning, it is execution. The project manager identified. He identified, we go to step number 1. We already, now we know we are in execution. Okay, Now, next step is identify the life cycle. Is it predictive? Is it agile? Is it hybrid? If you are unable to identify the life cycle, first of all, how will you identify it's a agile, it's a predictive, okay? Agile, predictive, or a hybrid. How you will identify it? For the question to be agile, it must be written you are working in an agile environment. For the question to be predictive, it must be written you are working in a predictive environment or construction. Okay. If it is not written, you will consider all the question as hybrid, which means if a change request is required, if something you want to change, you will raise a change request. It will get formally approved. If any plan needs to be updated, it needs a change request. You will collaborate with the customer. You will act like a servant leader. You will help the team identify that requirement, build those things. This is the summary of hybrid life cycle. Am I clear into that? Please put in the chat box. Okay, this is important. Okay, this is a important thing. Okay, this is a very important thing. Yeah. Acha ji, let's go to the next thing. Now we know that the next step is understand the role. Understand the role, like product owner, which role is there, what is needed. And then the last and the most important step. Because if you don't do anything and you just did this thing, you just use elimination technique. I will be very slow here. You just use elimination technique. PMP is yours. And if you did everything and did not use this, I'm sorry, PMP is not yours. With all due respect. PMP, this is the number one technique to solve it. Now, while you are doing it in the mocks, because of getting slowed down, because of using this technique, you will take time. It's okay. Don't worry. You don't have exam tomorrow. Okay? You don't have exam tomorrow. It's okay. What is elimination technique? In summary, elimination technique says that I go through every single question. Every single question. You go through every single question. Okay? Every one. Go through every single question. Right? Every single option, sorry. Every single option. Let's say you checked A, it looked like A is the right answer. Most of the time, we pick the A and we run it away. Yes? We do that, na? Okay, this is the right answer. Ideal example for this is that you came to Dubai and your WhatsApp is not working. Which will be updated? A option is EEF. You select A and move run away. But there was a D option, PMIS. Or another option, your team is making noise. Okay. Which document will tell you? Option A is team charter. You select it and run away. But there was an option of ground rules in the bottom. Make sense? Elimination technique demands you go to every single option A. Even you think A is right, okay, mark it. Okay. B is wrong. Why it is wrong? You need to justify why B is wrong. C, why C is wrong? What is the reason behind that C is wrong? D, okay, it looks like right, but why? Okay, so now you are left with two options, A and D. Now then look, which one is better according to PMI mindset? Elimination technique is clear to you? Let me show you on this question. Okay, so what should the project manager do? Meet with the sponsor, how roles have been created. Not a bad option. I'll mark it. Review the stakeholder register. Very good option. As soon as you identify the stakeholder, you need to do it. Submit a change request to control board. Not a bad option, but B is better than C. Update the stakeholder plan. Good option. But the first thing you do is you review the stakeholder register or update the stakeholder register. Okay. Elimination technique. Okay. Clear? 7-step formula is clear to everybody? Okay. I will also share this booklet to you guys. Everyone, I'll share this one group in group just for your reference. Acha. Now this is done. Now comes my favorite step. Root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. Once you solve the question, okay, whichever topic is completed, once you solve the question, whichever topic is it, okay, after solving that topic in my mocks that I'm sharing with you, it gives you justification why it is right or wrong, why it is wrong mostly. Okay, why it is wrong. For example, if I open these fundamental questions and I solved it in front of you, I'm just picking the answer. Okay, these are the questions. I'm just giving the answer randomly. Okay. So once I solve the questions, thank you. Okay. Now I solve all 24 questions. Okay. I submit them. Okay. View scores. Now here you see every question has a feedback. Okay. Every question has a feedback. I read the feedback. Read the question, and now I go to the Excel file. Okay. I go to the Excel file and I put into that, okay, topic. What is the topic? Fundamental. Topic, fundamental. Question number 1. What did I learn from it? I learned from whatever. For example, for the question that we did use, whenever a stakeholder is identified, first step is to update stakeholder register. That's it. If you can even only put this way, yes, Vasik, even you can put this way, that is more than enough. You don't need anything else. Just put this thing. Only this question number, topic. Only one line you need to write. Only one line you need to write for each question. If you don't want to write complete line, that's okay. Then what Wabe shared his way, he copy every question, options, put justification, that is also okay. Okay. For example, let me share you the Excel file of Vinkat. Where is that? Yeah. What he does, that is also okay. Okay. What he does, he copied the questions. He copied the option. He put his answer. Mohan, I'll take answer questions later on. He took his option. He took corrected answer. He put justification. And then in the next column, he put his doubt why his justification is right or wrong. That is extreme extensive. And that is really good if you can do it. If you cannot do it, at least make one column and put that justification. Please don't say lesson learned takes time. It's the same thing that we use excuse. I don't have time for gym. I don't have time for exercise, etc., etc. This is the key of PMP exam. PMI gave 13 reference guide. You can read all those reference guide 2 times. Do all the mocks. Still fail the exam if you don't review it in detail. Now I know some people prefer to write on paper. I know all those things. I like to remember in my mind. Why do you want to bother your mind with so many stuff? Why do you want to bother? And if I want to recheck, there is no file cabinet in your mind that you can, okay, this was a question I can do. Just go to your lesson line and look into that. This is the key for PMP exam. 7-step formula, root cause analysis. Okay. Whenever I use the word RCA or lesson learn, this is what I am meaning. For all those people who are still, even from batch 1 to batch 9 to one-to-one students, like, what is RCA? This is RCA. This is RCA. Okay. Nothing else, nothing more. Okay. Now, sometime I review your RCA, sometime I don't review your RCA. As you move forward, I will say only to do wrong questions. For now, you need to do RCA for right and wrong questions. You know the topic, the PMP that I am giving you, I have divided into 13 topics. And I have said it multiple times, agile, stakeholder, communication, team. This is the heart and soul of PMP. Okay? Till risk, if you are, it is mandatory that you do RCA. It is mandatory you do RCA of right and wrong question. Why? Let me see. When I'm solving, I in front of you, I solve these questions. Let's say I'm solving this question. I have a confusion between A and B. I picked A and D. I picked D as an answer. Now, if I only do RCA of wrong questions, I will not do that. I was 50-50 and luck helped me to get the right answer. It is possible next time it does not work for you. Right? It is possible it does not work for you. Okay? Let's review them. This is very important. Okay? This is very, very important to do root cause analysis in this time. It will take time. Yes. It should take time. Yes. If you are doing the root cause of RCA or stakeholder, RCA of stakeholder or communication or team, and you are doing in 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, you are doing something wrong. It should take 4 hours. Stakeholder communication. Now you will say, sir, I don't have 4 hours. Okay, do it in 2 days. Do it in 3 days. Slowly. That's okay. But do it. Why? Once you do RCA of stakeholder, well, let's say your stakeholder score is 50%. Now this is what I discussed yesterday about control chart. Let's say you did stakeholder, your is 50%. Okay, 50%. You did RCA. When you do RCA, your communication scores will be 70%. And if your score is less than 60, my first thing will be show me your RCA of stakeholder. And 90% answer will be, I didn't have the time for that, so I moved to the communication topic. But if you have done RCA, your score will reflect to that. And same goes for teams. This is the linkage. Yes, even you do RCA in the risk topic, in quality, your score will get down because they are entirely different topic. Okay. But when you do risk, quality, procurement proper, everything else will fall its place. Once you go to people mocks, like for example, one of the student, I guess Fawad did, we had a discussion today, he did 180 mocks. He got 150 score, which is a very good score. I told him just review the wrong question and move to mock 4. I skipped mock 2, I skipped mock 3, ask him to go to mock 4. Why? I will increase your speed. Nobody wants you to get PMP in minimum time than I do. My target is to get 750 PMP in this year, and I am far behind on my target. Nobody wants it earlier than I do, but I don't want you to get fail in the exam. That is my number one target. Please follow this thing. And I promise you, on the recorded session with 82 people sitting in the class, if you do that in this year, you will be PMP. Depending upon how much time you put, you can PMP in this month, next month, but in this year for sure. That is my promise to you. This is very important if you start today. Okay, now I will take question answers, but first I have to answer some questions that the guys have asked in the above. Okay, Vas, you have submitted the cost baseline. The sponsor tells you, please mute yourself. Somebody's unmuted. After a review, the sponsor tells you that amount you have estimated is more than what you think sponsor will advise you next. Okay. Okay, Vasik, I will come to you questions in a minute before your voice loud. It's okay. Okay, let's take question answer from this, then I will come to those advanced questions. Ji, Mohan, go ahead.
Yes, Amer, regarding that question, the stakeholder question, which you just displayed, can you just go to that part?
What is your
The first
confusion?
step was update the stakeholder register
Okay,
when you
and
identify the new stakeholder.
okay, and
Then the right
then you
answer
raise
was
raise a
we raise
change
the change
request.
request.
Then raise a change
Yes,
request.
country.
Okay.
Correct.
Then the
Then the
plan will be
next,
then the plan will be
no,
updated.
okay, one
Plan.
more thing I have here. After raising the change request, it will go to change control board na, to approve or to decline the request. Is it, means am I correct or I'm
Okay.
going wrong?
First step, review that, submit a change request, then this option, then this option.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
The first step will be what? That is what I'm asking here.
Stakeholder register. Step number 1, put them into the stakeholder register. Once you put in the stakeholder register, if you need to update the plan, okay, it is possible. You don't have to change your strategies. For example, right now, new students are coming. If my new 5 more students come, okay, 5 more students come. Kamal, when you do it, you will understand this thing. Okay, focus your question on your thing. Okay, this is very important, guys. This is the reason why I haven't added batch 9 to PMI aspirant group. I will add after 6 days of class. Okay, some things are going, some things, and that question need to be updated in the simulator. And I'm not giving access right now to batch 9 to anyone. Okay, I'm not giving you access right now. I ask you to register. When you're done with 13 topic, then I will give you access. Even if you have access, that is not important right now for you. For you to first solve question on the Google Forms. Okay, that is very critical for you. Mohan, your question is answered. Anyone else has any
Yes,
question?
so the question, so my concern was that here it is showing the fourth option is correct, right? But
The
my
question needs
focus
to be
was going.
updated now. I told you
Okay.
that. Okay, that is
Okay,
that
I
question.
thought that it will be third option that
No.
submit a change request to change control board.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. G. Anyone else?
Sir, I've asked you the question about this
Fawad,
cost
I'm coming
line.
to those questions. Your questions are advanced. Let me ask first. Get the RCA questions. I will come to you guys for you and what the name of the guy? I forget. Okay. He has also asked that. Vasik. Yes. Okay, guys. So in the coaching call, we do 2 things. First, we get the question answers like Vasik and Fawad had few questions. We will take those question answers and we will work into that. Okay. So Fawad, repost it again. Okay, because the question has gone very up. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, guys, if you see in the chat box, this is the question that we are discussing right now. Okay, so you have submitted the cost baseline to the sponsor. After review, sponsor tells you that the amount you have estimated is more than the funds the sponsor can disburse you for that month. What do you think the sponsor will advise you next? To reschedule the work of the month to reduce the cost, estimates to remove some of the work to motivate the team. So guys, D option is automatically eliminated, that motivate someone from there. Okay, to reschedule the work of the month to reduce the cost, estimates, we cannot do that. Maybe what we can do, remove some work from there and reschedule some work to the next month. That what we can do for what. Okay, that what we can do into that, both A and C. What is your confusion in this, Fawad? Tell me that.
Sir, confusion is I preferred C, and the right answer is A. My point was that if you are removing some of the scope, it means already you are removing some of the activities in that month, or you are free.
You see, what we are talking about is then when we say the word, why I did not directly go to A? Why I ask you your justification? When we are asking to remove something, that becomes a very problematic thing. That becomes a very problematic thing. Okay. What we can do, we can reschedule some work to the next time. Descoping, that is removing something from that, is normally not allowed in PM. But we can reschedule some of the work to tomorrow. Okay, so that is something we can do. We cannot remove the work from anywhere. Okay, we can reschedule to the later date. Acha, one more question, then some question we will solve. Okay, a construction. Okay, I have to share this screen. G. A construction, actually everybody solve this question and justify. Is it the simulator need to be updated or what is the thing? Vasik, did you ask Stan to update it or not? The question that you have. You knew that question was wrong. So what was the reason to bring it here? You know that that was wrong. Did you ask him to update?
Yeah. No, sir. I have
You
not
should know. You should
asked him.
ask
No,
him because
actually,
that
no,
was
no.
straightforward question.
No, no, actually, I was discussing, me and the other team members were discussing in the group. You replied that you will discuss this in the meeting. So I thought something is there, yeah.
That was for the next question, not for that one. This one.
No, no, that one only. And this one, no, sir. This one.
Okay. Which document should the project manager update first? Again, last line first, then read the question slowly. A construction project is in the execution phase when several new team members from different countries are assigned to the project. Okay. A construction project is in the execution phase when several team members are assigned to the project. Which document should the project manager update first? Guys, here, Vasik, give you justification of stakeholder register.
Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, here the question directly says that the project is in execution phase and new team members from different countries have joined the project. So whenever the new team member joins the project, first we need to update in the stakeholder register. Yeah, this was the my right thing. That's the first thing we need to update the register stakeholder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee, anyone disagree with this justification? Anyone who disagree with the justification? So you guys were discussing this question in the group now. So who disagree with this justification?
I have a
I beg to disagree.
But raise your hand. Who wants to talk? Raise your hand, please. This is guys. 86 people can talk. Yes, Mithun, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So it was midway through the execution. So in the initiation phase only, we will be updating the stakeholder register, right? And the assumption for.
Okay.
That are the initial things.
Okay. So what you are saying, Mithun, if any time after the initiation phase a stakeholder come, we will not update it. If a new stakeholder come anytime in the project later on, we will not update the stakeholder register. Tell me, Mithun. Think about it.
It should be updated.
I'll come to you. Think about it. Yes, Usama, you got all. Yes, Usama.
Yeah, I think communication plan needs to be updated because several team members from different countries are involved. So the communication, first of all, should be effective, and then
that is okay.
we can proceed to the. I think the question is answering the. Yeah.
No. The question is not. What does the question says? Update first. Update first. Yeah. Like the team. If I put it right, do tell me if I am wrong. People are coming. We are in the execution phase. New people has just arrived in the project. Okay. Now, what is the first thing I should do? And Usama sir, if I understand, you are saying the first thing I should do, I should update my communication plan, right? That's what you are saying.
Yes.
Let me give you a sequence whenever a new stakeholder is identified. Please, everyone, this is forever. Whenever, in the start, in the middle, even 2 minutes before the closing, a new stakeholder is identified. We put it into the stakeholder register. Step number 1. We put into the stakeholder register. Step number 1. Step number 2. If because of them, we have to update stakeholder plan, we raise a change request to update the stakeholder engagement plan. Raise a change request. Okay. That will, step number 3, if approved, update the stakeholder plan. First stakeholder plan is updated. Step number 4, communication plan. gets updated. Step number 4, communication plan get updated. You can write it down if you want to write it down somewhere.
So communication plan comes at the very last, huh?
In this sequence.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Samasa?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me read what is to be updated anytime. G, Justin, I always love your point of view. Tell me.
So I was thinking the communication plan is a correct one because it is about the team members, and it comes to the team member when we compare stakeholder register and communication plan. Communication plan. I thought communication plan should come first because it's talking more about team communication from different regions.
Okay. Now I really like what you said to that. I'll explain in a minute. Saad and everyone else, one change request, let's say I said raise a change request, is enough to update all the plans. You don't need individual change request for everything in the project. So when I said raise a change request, that can update all 18 plans. All 18 plans can be updated by that. Okay. Now, Justin, what you said, if the question said, and this is very interesting part, if the question said, which document should the project manager update to have right information, or which document should the project manager update to have communication on time, to have proper communication, proper information, then the answer would be communication plan. Like in the question, if it is option stakeholder communication and stakeholder register, but the question has 4 hours of communication. What is 4 hours? Put in the chat box, guys. What is 4 hours? What are the 4 hours of communication? The right information at right time to right people to have right impact. If any of those 4 hours just are in the question, okay, and secondly, it was not written first, what you should do update first. The question was something like that, what you should update to ensure it is properly managed. It can go to that thing. Okay, it can go to that thing. Okay, yeah, this is an important thing to that. Okay, this is an important thing that we need to look into that. Okay, this is an important thing. Okay, batch 9 shared one question, guys. Whenever this is very important, especially in the batch 9 group, whenever you disagree with any question, justify why you disagree with the explanation. This is very important. Like, let's say we had a conversation, me and Justin, on one topic. I don't know what topic it was. We had a very long discussion. Like 2-3 coaching calls, we keep on discussing that same question. Justin, what was that? I don't remember, but it was. And one time Justin actually changed me that I was wrong. That was also there. If you disagree with someone, bring your argument. Why? Okay. If you disagree and you don't have argument, this means you lack knowledge, right? That's the point, because these are situational questions, having the knowledge in the back there. Okay, let's look at the question that we had in there. The question is, what skills are you representing in your interaction with the business development group? The principal force behind your current project is the business development group, and they are highly interested and influenced in the project, which means important stakeholder. You recognize the extraordinary influence group has on the project, and you have developed strategies to maintain relationship. What skills you are representing in your interaction with them? Okay, networking skills will be basically networking skills. If I go with that one by one, interpersonal is straightforward, going and talking to them. Leadership is I am developing someone. Networking is a general skill. It's not a wrong answer. But political awareness, when the question says that, or question yell at that they are high power, high influence, they are important stakeholder. They are important stakeholder. When somebody is important stakeholder and we want to utilize them. The political awareness. Understand, guys, political awareness and culture awareness, very important. The culture dynamics and the political dynamics, important things into the question answers. Anyone has any question in 7-step formula or root cause analysis, please do ask. I'll send the template which I showed you, and Vibe, I will also request you to share your template in the group. I did ask you. If you don't want to share, that's okay also. I will not ask after that.
I shared yesterday.
I just said it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I guess I missed it while I was sharing it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, one more question from the risk topic. Okay. Where is that? Okay. What should the project manager do? Guys, put your justification for this question, then we will discuss it. I'm not seeing any justification. Everybody has gone to the risk topic, probably everybody. What should the project manager do? A project manager is assigned to a new environmental project. So environmental will have a compliance risk, and all compliance goes to the risk register. While reviewing a vendor's proposal, the project manager identified a technical risk that will have an impact on the project manager's company operational cost. What should the project manager do? Okay. Somebody said that something about workshop in the group. Something about the workshop. First, we have to update the risk and look for the solution. Somebody talked about something about the workshop in the group, that with the workshop, this thing happened. Who was that? Was it? Straightforward, just like the stakeholder thing. A new risk is identified. Update the risk
No,
register.
sir, sorry, can I speak?
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, but the question at last says that is like operational cost. Operational cost will affect. So, so the project, it will be an operation thing, right? Not in the current project.
No, no.
So,
No, that does
how
not
it will
mean that.
be?
That does not mean.
Yeah.
That means,
Yeah.
like, for example, I am making a new iPhone. Okay.
Yeah.
I have identified a risk that once this iPhone goes into operation, people start using it, it will have a problem.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. If
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys know or no, when the iPhone 5, when Steve Jobs was alive, when the iPhone 5 or 5S was released, whenever you are calling and near this area, if you put your hand like this and put to your ear, it was small phone. Suddenly it got disconnected from the satellite. It has the problem there. Okay. So what was that? It was not identified in the manufacturing. When people started using it, then it was realized. I discussed with this Apple when I started using my previous phone, 12 Pro Max. Now, Apple was not designed for the phone was not designed for what I was doing. I was doing at least 10 to 12 hours texting with my mobile. When I'm not texting, I was doing video editing, video making, subtitles. My phone was like, the battery was set to be 24 hours on video. My phone battery lasted 8 hours, less than 8 hours. When I'm texting, it was 4 hours. Okay. Now I actually went to Apple Store just behind this building, and it is in the Dubai Mall. And they came back to me. It was actually not designed for that much texting. When you use texting, there are more batteries consumed. So that was operationally, it had that thing, right? It has like, it was also not designed for that much video editing. Interestingly, if I use this laptop without charging on this video call, my battery of this Mac Pro, it will end in 3.5 hours. If I watch movie on it, I can watch 24 hours. I actually watched the season without charging for 12 hours. It still had 80% battery. But if I do only this 1 hour coaching call, the battery will go to 20%. Why? It's an operational thing that is not identified and they are not taking care of that. Right? Mic is being used, camera is being used, so that is consuming different thing. So Vasik, that is the operational thing. Justin, how did they know that there's an operational problem there? How did they know? Impact analysis. Okay. They have done the impact analysis and what you need to do in the risk workshop further. Okay. That need to do. Yes, Kamal.
Okay, Amir, but that operational thing was something like the testing now. Maybe
No,
they have
that is
missed the
not the
testing. They have
testing.
missed the
That's what
testing of the
explained now.
product, of how it would work.
That is the risk we have now. That if we don't do, when the people start using, then it will have the it will increase the operational cost, which also mean it can increase the warranty cost. You may have to do more testing, whatever it will be. Okay, this is your responsibility as a project manager to make a product that will not have an issue later on. Okay, this is your responsibility. It's not like, okay, I do it, whatever the issue later comes, that's not my thing. Okay, brother. Okay, come on. That is your responsibility. We will discuss on day 5 transitioning. There's a topic in PMP that is called as transitioning. When you move from like project to operation, there's a phase called transitioning, moving slowly. This is the job of a project manager to make sure that once the project goes into operation, it does not have a problem. Okay. Once the project goes into operation, it does not have any problem. Clear to everybody? Okay. Let's solve some.
Ali, one question.
Who is there? Who is asking?
Yeah, Ali, Swapna
Swapna,
here.
always raise your hand, please.
Yeah,
always raise your hand. Okay. Yes, tell me.
See, in the previous question, when you say technical risk is identified by the manager, it doesn't say that it's already with the customer or not.
I am not saying that we should do that. Why we are saying it is with the customer? That is what risk is. If it was with the customer, then it would be issue. If customer,
with the customer, if it's an issue, but if it is internal,
if the internal, na, we are that is what risk is. That we have identified that this thing will cause later on something. That's the definition of risk. I have identified if I don't start running, and that is true, I may have a heart problem in future. That is operational thing, na? Later on thing that will have the impact there, right? That is the definition of risk. Okay. Okay, let's do two more questions. Okay, where are my questions? I'm just answering your questions. Okay. Ji guys, put your answers in the chat box. What do you think the right answer for this? Guys, I can't see your answers there. Okay, no, I can. CC70. Okay, now this is a long question. Anyone? Okay, Swapna, unmute yourself. Swapna, since you were the last person to raise hand. Solve this question with me. And guys, this is how we are going to solve the question normally. Read the question loud with other people so that other people hear. Read the question. How we can work into that?
Logan is a lead project manager for a pharmaceutical and medical devices company. Recently, one of his projects experienced a change in team members' assignments due to major organizational changes. Team member. Okay, Kobe, a team member who remained on the project, seeks Logan out to express concerns regarding one of the team members who feels does not have a technical aptitude to complete the work assigned to him in this situation. Logan trusts Kobe's judgment. Okay. What should Logan do regarding the new team member? He is a team member, waiting the team member that will assign the work.
Sister, you are solving question for everyone, so a little loud.
Release a team member, retain the team member, but reassign the work, incorporate training and mentorship to the assignment. Nothing since the assignment has been made. Incorporate training and mentor to the assignment. I'm thinking of the option C.
Why? How did you justify A and B? How did you justify? Guys, elimination technique does not mean that you have selected one answer. How did you justify? Some I can give you other answer, other question. Let her solve the question, sir. Ji, Swapna, how did you justify?
When he feels like he don't have the technical, that skill he is not having it, so it's better to provide the training for him.
Okay, that's a good point. What I say is that elimination technique must be used for every single question, right? We must use elimination technique for every single question when we are doing. So let's say, what should the Logan do regarding the new team member? That is the first step. Read the last line first. 7-step formula, read the last line first. Then read the question slowly. Logan is a lead project manager for a pharmaceutical company, pharmaceutical and medical device company. Recently, one of the project experienced a change in the team member assignment. Due to this, Kobe, a team member, seeks Logan to express concern that who does not have a technical aptitude. What has happened in the question? The keyword says that we have identified training requirements. Okay, training requirements of somebody. This is the rule of PMP. Whenever there is someone who lacks in someone, who lacks at anything in the project, you have identified the training requirement of someone. Okay, you have identified the training requirement of someone, provide the training. Okay, that is the right answer. But elimination technique demands from you that you go through each option. Release the new team member. Like somebody lacks the skill, you are releasing it. No. Retain the team member, but assign the work. Okay, I can assign it, but he needs a training requirement. B is not that. C, yes. D, no, that is not the right answer. C will
B,
be
D, no options. A and C may be.
A and C may be. No, A will never be the answer. As a servant leader, you will never fire the team member, never release the team member, never. Okay, C is the right answer. Okay, Osama, you had something to add? Osama?
Yeah, my feedback was like we cannot release the team member because arranging the resources will have impact on the time and the financial constraints. So
you see, you are
see,
looking
yeah,
the project management from your lens. Okay, I recommend you wear PMI hat. As a servant leader, you cannot release the team member, cannot fire the team member. That is what to say. Put that on stone. You cannot release the team member. Okay, clear? Okay, unless something bad they do. Yes, Babe, go ahead.
So my approach was, with elimination technique, release the new team member will not find the solution, since if we have released the one team member and we will hire a new member, so we are not sure he will be able to do
Good point.
it or not.
Good
Yeah.
point. But your point and Osama point is the same point. Actually, your point and this point is same. I will again say, wear the servant leadership hat. Okay, that's important.
Yeah, I did, but in the first
No,
instance, I
that's
could
important.
find
That's
it.
that's very important. As you are learning, servant leadership mentality is the key of PMP exam. Okay, G Faisal.
Yeah, I had another question also.
Yes, tell me.
If there would have been given in question that we have a timeline to complete work, so
Still we do the training, then there will be option mentor him yourself, or give this task to somebody and give him other task. Something like that will be the option. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Ji Faisal sir, you raised your hand.
Yeah, so basically my question is the same. I'm running a project on a tough deadlines.
Okay.
How can I bring up member for the training in the project? And secondly, when a project member is coming, is there no influence of the project manager? Means I will not be considered that this we are bringing this resource because the resource we are bringing is a replacement of someone, or it's just a new resource.
Okay, first of all, project manager will have authority or not have authority. That is out of the box because that is not written in the question. Okay, that is we can, but we have to play with the cards that we have. Right thing.
Okay.
The question does not say it's a functional or projectized. It automatically become balance matrix. It's a balance matrix. You may not have influence. So we have a resource. We have only these 4 options. What we can do? We can retain the team member, but reassign the work. That can be option if the time is an issue. Okay, if the better option, even if then that would have been do the pair programming. Like while you are doing, he is learning always. Please understand this thing. PMI is very heavy on this. That provide training, provide coaching, provide guidance to the team member. Why? The resource who is not good right now, if you train him, maybe he'll become better than you. Maybe he will become better than you. This is a very important thing. We don't release anyone because of these issues. Unless some ethical violation is there, some cultural, some diversity violation is there, we will never release the team. Hope I answered the question, Prasad. Okay.
Yes, you have answered the question, but in practical, I think,
sir,
as I
practical you can do in your projects. With all due respect, I will again have to wear my hat. I will again have to wear my hat to say you the same thing.
That's why
that we
end
need
up my satisfaction with the hat.
Faisal, one more thing I want to add here. Many times people says practically. According to which practical? According to your practical. What happened in your organization? What happened in your reality? What happened in your organization will be entirely different what is happening in Sanjeev organization, Amaya organization, Justin organization. For example, Justin is in Canada. His organization have entirely different dynamics. No, Justin is in Germany. Sanjeev is in Canada. He has entirely different dynamics. Okay. Amaya is in India. He has entirely different dynamics. Shuja is in Dubai. Entirely different dynamics. Yeah, I still remember +1. So North America, Canada, I taken same way. Somebody is there, and then organization to organization, every organization have different dynamics of reality. Okay. For example, in my organization, if somebody is not trained, I don't fire him, because for hiring somebody, I go through such a painful process. I don't fire anyone. I actually train them. And for me, like, I kind of hate firing. I give it to my wife. Okay, you can tackle that. I'm not gonna fire it. Like, for example, recently we let go one of the employee. For 4 months, she haven't done anything. But I was thinking, okay, maybe she does this month. Then my wife said, no, that's end of story. You're wasting good amount of money. I have to ask her to let her go. You need to find it. And it has turned out so positive. I have an employee. Initially, he was very low performer. Today, he is the most performer in my organization. You see all the creativity. You will see we put different kind of videos. He is the person who's making. We were giving him a different task, right? Then one day I find him. He knows more about iPhone apps than me. I'm a geek on this thing. I'm always searching. But he was telling me. And I said, yeah, you are always using mobile. And I was giving him task on laptop. He hates laptop. I identified, I was giving something which was his weakness. Okay, now I give him strength, he started working this thing. So that's an important thing to understand. Yes, Shahid Abasi. Ji Shahid sir. Yes, that's Jafar we already discussed. Yes, Shahid, you had a question? Ji Shahid. Okay. Sanjeev. Okay, Shahid, I cannot hear you. You can ask later. Yes, Faryad.
Yes, Amir. I just wanted to ask, one of our friends said before, in practical, when someone, we always try to apply the servant leadership approach, but when someone is not getting the chance to be trained, and some employers apply mental pressure on the person, for the person himself or herself to finally, mental pressure. Some people can handle it, some not. And finally, they leave the organization on their own. So what are your views on it? Even though the person is certified, etc., and knows the servant leadership aspect well.
Okay, so do you want me to give the PMI answer or do you want to give me a reality answer?
Both of them, Amir, please.
Okay, first of all, PMI will not ask this thing. If somebody is doing that, if a project manager does something like that, that project manager needs to be fired. Okay, that is the first thing. Or he needs to be communicated to, according to my, coming to the PMI thing, he needs to be reported to the sponsor that he needs a training. Okay, he needs a training. Okay, if such thing comes, he's a human, right? He needs a training. If in reality, you cannot do that. In reality, this happens. This happens. In reality, boss is always right. So we need to balance the reality. You see, this happens a lot that yes, a person is educated, but we need to have some emotional intelligence to understand the context of somebody else. I don't know how much pressure he is in. Okay. For example, my last boss, he's now one of my good friends. He's one of my good friends and everything. I taught him 3 certification, PBA, ACP and PGMP. He was the best boss anyone can dream of. He actually provided training, etc., etc. But there was days when we were doing commission, when we were doing commissioning. Okay, we were working 18 hours. He wouldn't even respect 1% of mistake. He needed 100%. Okay, so when you are doing that, both things need to be tackled. Is this person a habitual person that he does that thing? Okay, or is this person, for example, just working into that? For example, this guy, Elon Musk, he is known to be, if you ask the employee that are working with him, that he is the most idiotic person who does not respect your boundaries. He works 18 hours, 20 hours himself, and he expect the same from everyone else. Same was the case with Steve Jobs. But given the chance, how many of you will not work for him or Steve Jobs? I know I will work. Without, I am like, let's say that Steve Jobs was alive. If he asked me, I am willing to work half the money I am earning right now for him. To put this is so true. I am so much motivated by him. If Elon asks, I would do that. This is so true. But then you need to understand whom you are working for. Sometimes you have to leave the organization. If the person is not good and he is taking your personal life away and you want peace, You see, there are 2 types of person. I'm motivated by achievement affiliation. I am willing to work 18 hours. Okay. But there are person who want 9 to 5. They want to play with their student, their children. They want to watch movies with their children, spend time with their daughter. They can. They have to.
You can't have both,
Yeah, you have to leave that organization. You need to respect what you want. Okay. If I want to become the best trainer, and then I say that students should only contact me in the working hours, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay. That, like last night, I went to the bed at 2 a.m. and at 2:30, 2 students posed the question, my one-to-one students. And I thought to myself, I will answer them in the morning. For 15 minutes, I was unable, my brain was not silent. I got up, I called them, then I had discussion, then I went to sleep. This is what you have to pay the price. I like Amjad, but you said it. You need to find a way. You need to find a way. Thank you for asking. Yes, Shahid. Shahid, you raise your hand again. Hey, you need to work on your mic. You need to work on your mic. It's not working. Guys, thank you very much. We already went 15 minutes ahead, but I hope to see lesson learned from you. I hope this was effective. I will put it again on YouTube so that if anyone miss anything, they can do it. We will have next coaching call on Wednesday live at YouTube. Okay, I will do live session that's my public session. I will have my some question answers which I made in air, and I am traveling tomorrow. I will make more question in the air. Whenever I travel on plane, I have no internet, so I took my iPad. I make questions. Did ECO make questions? So we will discuss those questions on Wednesdays. I will bring only people question because batch 9 has those, but I will bring hard agile questions. Don't expect them to be that. Use Tamantra formula. I'll share that in group. And with that, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Sat Sri Akal. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Walaikum
Thank you,
assalam
sir. Allah Hafiz.